there are various TikTokers that are going around and they're asking, and they go to like bars and then they ask the girls at the bars, and they're like, "Hey, do we need men?" And then
You would play.
every single girl's like, "No, we don't need men." And then they go out and they ask all the guys in the bar area, "Hey, do we need women?" And every guy's like, "Yeah, we need women." And it's just interesting the contrast. But then the women on the View, which by the way, I expected those answers, particularly from this generation of kids, which I find interesting. Um, might explain why the dating market's so messed up. But anyway, so our friends here at the View decided to now also comment about this.
So there's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question: do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. And only one said she thought women needed a man in their lives, only one. But when men were asked a similar question, do we need women, most of them said yes. So why do you think that is?
Because men are useless. I mean, and by the way, I want to differentiate between straight men and gay men, because I think I would die without gay men. Nobody can gossip like gay men. Nobody can help you accessorize like gay men. Nobody can help you keep you from doing harm to yourself like gay men. But
I am sure, talking about who comprises their audience, I am sure gay men comprise a large amount of their audience. So it's almost like she basically had to check herself. She's like, they're all useless. And she's like, oh no.
Our producer was saying in the corner, he's
Yeah.
like,
No, not all men. Gay men are cool. Gay men are cool. And like, oh, actually, I love gay men. They help you accessorize. I just find it.
She can't live without them.
Yeah, she can't live without the gays. But the rest of the men, who cares? Anyway, yeah. Okay, continue. I can't wait to see your guys' reaction to this.
But with the exception of somebody like Steve, I think Steve is very self-sufficient.
That's Joy's husband.
But like
He is.
my
He is.
husband, it takes a village of women to make sure that he's not emaciated, starving, and living in his own filth. He can,
Really?
Yeah.
But you guys,
No.
but you guys feel you guys are married to people that are more.
I have Handy Manny at home. He fixes everything. When things go bump in the night, he's the one that goes downstairs. When there's a bug to be exterminated, he does the extermination.
Nope.
When there is something to be fixed, he fixes it. He throws out the trash and he
Still
throws
no.
out the recyclables. I enjoy all the man stuff.
So
he
my-
does at
But
my
wait a
house.
second. I know what you're going to say, but wait. She's really talking about a servant, let's face it.
No.
It's a handyman she's talking
no,
about.
it's a handy manny.
Oh, it's a handyman with benefits.
We do not have.
Well, but the things that you're describing, you could pay somebody to do that. We're not talking about that. What about the inner life of a man? That's what this is about.
I need my man 3 to 4 times a week, and good for you guys. And then the rest of the time, I need a wife.
Her saying that reminds me of that episode of Futurama where Fry goes to the basically like the big Amazonian women, and all they
Oh.
use the men for is for snoo snoo. I feel
Death by snoo snoo.
Basically, that's what she just said. She's a snoo snoo person. They only need my man about 3 to 4 times a week. Like low key. What are the terms these kids use today? Low key dis or low key whatever the fuck.
Slay.
It's low key slay. Yeah. We do it 3, 4 times a week, but that's that. I'd rather have a lady. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Maybe like your bestie, but even then, like, no, it's terrible.
I don't think any of those women are using any of those words.
They just did.
Low key and bestie and
Oh
slay.
no. Yeah.
No.
But I'm making fun of it.
But
for,
I do have to admit that I have thought about how I have actually contemplated the joy of marrying one of my male good friends and then fucking women on the side. I think that could be. I've thought about that,
you
and
just want the tax benefits, is what you want.
no,
What you're describing is just called a bromance, and you don't need paper.
no,
for
I'm
that.
I'm s- well, yeah, I'm just saying that it would be an enjoyable life to like have a life
I
partner
believe
who
you're
is my good
describing a
friend.
roommate, a male roommate.
What you're describing
Yes.
is a business partner that you live with.
I think male roommate is kind of goes with it. Or you could just call it a friend. Yes, but
Sure,
a friend,
a
There's some
friend.
contractual stuff going on. as well,
No,
it
there's no
sounds
there's no
like.
there's no
Yes, you don't
contract.
need to be married
so you
to
married
a
them.
guy
Yeah,
and
so
then go
okay.
mess around with women
I don't know.
Ju
I'm
on the
just
sec
commenting on this show. She was like, "Oh, I just want to have my female friends, and I only need a man for sex." And I'm like, I would be totally fine with only hanging around men and then fucking women.
But you
I'm
already
sorry. I
that's
probably
already
can't.
only
I
what
can't.
you do. That's called life,
I
Joe.
can't.
It's
Your
just
life
life.
now.
You go hang out with your buddies, you go out to bars, you try and pick up a chick, you have sex with the chick.
No, but
One day that chick just stays in your house. And you're like, "Oh, this is my wife."
yes, that what they're saying in a joking way that it would be nice to live in a
Yeah, yeah,
house
yeah.
that was. And I'm
Right,
saying
but the whole
no.
point
I felt the same thing. I felt the exact same way about dudes. I would live in a house that's just guys, and then we just go out and
you're
bring girls
describing a
back.
frat. That's what you're describing. I mean, every time
Yeah,
you
Yeah,
say
this is a
something,
you're describing a
you're
frat house.
describing a frat
But I mean,
house.
that sounds fun. And then I go bring a
That's
girl
why
back,
people
and
live in
then
frat
and then
houses.
sleep,
That's
and
fun.
then you have sex with the woman, and then she leaves, and then you have sex with another woman, and she leaves, and then you hang out with your dudes.
Yeah, you're describing a frat house.
That sounds
in
like
a
a lot
frat
of fun.
house.
I'm just saying that sounds fun.
Yeah, that's why
Joe.
frat houses exist.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why exactly. That's exactly why
I
frat
think-
houses
I'd be
exist.
down with a frat house when I'm like 80.
Well, so
Oh my
now what you're
God.
describing is a nursing home, which also exists.
And also, it kind of sounds like it's gonna be fun when I get
Oh
old.
my God.
It
It is
looks great.
apparently very fun. There's
Well, I don't know if it
there's
was
big
fun.
outpours of
No,
STDs in nursing homes
Yeah, it's like a
because
real
they all
problem.
just go around and have
drug
sex with one
and drug
another.
abuse.
Yeah, and
They
drug
all
abuse.
share
Yeah,
they all share drugs.
drugs, and they all are
Um,
just fornicating all the
No,
time.
but seriously,
Yeah,
when
it's
we're
pretty metal.
also
Yeah.
when
It's so metal.
when we're old, we're just gonna be playing video games and watching porn and doing all those things. Sorry,
I mean,
corn.
what else?
Yeah.
Corn, yeah.
I know.
What, I
it's,
mean,
it's
what
gonna
else
be
is
great
what
when
else are you
we're
gonna do?
and
That sounds
have
pretty cool.
virtual reality and stuff. So
Yeah.
like, life's gonna be great when we're old.
Exactly. It's gonna be an interesting place.
That's,
That's for sure.
But anyway,
Uh,
I'm just saying I don't like.
let's listen
I'm
to
okay with the girls' joke
let's
about
listen
that.
to the rest.
Broadly speaking, I feel like men have proven largely useless. Like, I think in the political moment, the people who are
Guys, don't hold
saying
back.
what needs to be
Of
said
course.
in my party, it's all women. The very few men, with the exception of Mike Pence and a few others, are saying what they need to. But in life, like, I need my husband. I don't know if I need any other men, but he is irreplaceable.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's
I mean,
what we're all saying. We like our husbands. We just don't need men beyond that.
Yeah, wait till you're married 20 years and you'll see how
Well,
replaceable
the
they
reason
are.
that women, I think that the reason women can stay married for as long as they do is because they have a lot of girlfriends.
They have a village.
They have girlfriends. Because I always have to initiate the conversations. He'll step up, but I have
I
to
thought you were going
start
to say
them.
initiate.
I
and
don't-
was like, oh,
I just
don't
told
have
you
to
guys,
say.
I have 8 girlfriends from Panama here who are girlfriends for 50 years since they were in kindergarten.
Oh, I love
And it's
that.
and they were saying yesterday that they've gone through divorces, they've gone through challenges, and having that village of women has made it possible
Well, we
for
are
them.
more collaborative than men. I think
Yeah.
there have been studies that say that women have much closer friendship relationships than men do.
Because
I don't know if that's
that's
accurate at all. That sounds preposterous to me. Like you could literally, I've gotten into massive arguments with friends, including you, many times, and then the next day I'll just be
No.
like, yeah, well, about controversial topics and personal topics, and then the next day I'll just be like, hey man, you want to go get lunch? You'll be like, it sounds like a great plan. That's how you say it, and then that's it. It's the end. Men can like get into fist fights with one another, and then right afterward be like, "Yo, man, you want to get a beer?" Yeah.
True.
I mean, literally, women. Not to say that men wouldn't also hold grudges, but women. 'Cause I know so many women that can hold a grudge. Chick down a friend who does them wrong or something. Come on, man. But the biggest thing
I can't hold a grudge because I have ADHD.
yeah, you just go from one grudge to another. That's what, and then you forget about the other one.
Just doesn't
you
work.
just see somebody, you're like, there's a reason why I should be angry at you, but I don't know what it is. So hey, what's going on, pal? You're like a golden retriever, is what you are. You're a golden retriever of people.
Good old Mr. Peanut Butter.
Mr. Peanut Butter.
Oh, great reference. Yeah, I mean, I personally, okay, well, number one, I hate that show. I hate everything that they say on this show. They say so much dumb shit on this show. It's absolutely infuriating. This is one of the things as well that I just think is so ridiculous. At least the one lady's like, oh, they're like, oh, I love, I need my husband. It's like, yeah, well, you have to go through all the other men to find your husband, number one, FYI. And also, how about how civilization functions and operates? Who do you think's making that work and run? Like men, like bricklayers, construction workers, people that work in like the electrical grids, like anything that has to do with maintenance, functioning, these types of things. Oil rig people, all that are out there in the seas, fishermen. Yeah, like all like a high percentage of these very dangerous jobs and things are all men related that make our society function. These women, what do they? I mean, literally, talk about entitled and privileged. All these women, what? And the one lady there was talking about like her husband. If you look up her husband, he's like a multimillionaire.
Oh my god.
It's like all their husbands are like super well off, hardworking guys, that have made millions of dollars. That's why they're even on this fucking show. And they're saying all men are useless. Also, way to throw your husband like under the bus,
Yeah, it's a
saying that
little
he's
shitty.
like, what the hell? Like, if I, dude, you got what? If I can't, if that, bro, if dude, if
Let it
my
out.
lady came
Let it
home
out,
and
Justin.
after saying that, I would be like, "What in the Sam Hill did you just say on national television?
So I'm just now looking
Like your
up.
allowance is deducted."
I'm just now looking up The View. Do you know The View has been going continuously since 1997?
That is
Can you
wild.
believe that?
That is crazy. Was Joey Behar there the whole time?
Joy Behar has existed
She's
since the beginning of time.
yeah.
Joy Behar is a primordial being
Her and Steve. That's
that
why
coalesced
Steve
from
is
the
so
ether.
self-sufficient.
God bless that Steve.
God bless Steve.
Holding it up for all men.
It's crazy.
He's
The one man.
the one man. The one man
one
who's
man.
self-sufficient.
I need
just
a
love that.
poster of Steve in my room.
Well, we should all have posters of Steve. He's a true
We need
American
someone
hero.
to look up to.
Yeah, we need really good male role models in our lives, and Steve is the one.
Yes.
Joy Behar's husband, keeping it real for all us guys out there. This battle of the sexes thing is like getting old. It's tiresome to me.
It's tiresome to me too. I don't
It's
think
like,
it was
why
that
can't we
big of
just
a.
why can't we all just accept
But I
that we need each other, we make each other better. It's the whole
I think
point.
these women were just being silly with their girlfriends.
That is
and I
basically
think
what
that's
this show
why
is.
Yeah.
that's what their audience is. Their audience
Yeah.
is a bunch of females, and they want to have girl time, and they would just want to all be silly together.
Here's a question.
My
Do you guys think that
And
Joy
I'm
doesn't do
Behar?
anything.
Do you think that Joy Behar and company are really like this? Like, do you think off the show,
100%.
you think they're really like
Oh,
this?
No,
Oh, for sure.
I
For
don't
sure.
think so.
No. there's enough evidence to prove that they are.
So
when you
if-
see what they say off camera
If
on
this
Twitter and
if
stuff.
this show popped into existence a year ago or 2 years ago, I would disagree. I think, oh, this is just an act. Like I think for most like the OnlyFans girls, Nala Ray, whatever, it's an act. But the fact that Joy Behar started doing this in 1997, has been doing it continuously, I think this is. I agree. I think this is really what she's like. And furthermore, I think that all the other people that she has on to co-host, that's what they're really like. Otherwise, Joy
Yes.
Behar, I'm not let them be on.
Yeah, of
I
course.
think sometimes it's like a token
They
Republican
just
or something. but,
rotate people, and every time
They just rotate
and they literally are. Some of them are so terrible. Oh my god! Like the one lady there who was talking about, oh, my husband, the servant lady. She's one of the worst on that show. But literally, she's just describing, and like every man does all those things, and we don't complain, and we
can-
like to do those things for our ladies also. So there's nothing wrong with that. But
Can we
just
bring
the
that up?
there's just the implication of. I'm just, I'm just a queen living in my castle, and my man does all the servant chores and stuff. But they're useless otherwise. Unless it's time for snoo. Then we need to. But even then, like the whole, if you watch like some of the original TikToks of these, and it's guys by the way that go around and ask these questions. So they go to these bars and they ask the girls questions. Do we need men? And everybody goes like, no, we don't even need them to procreate. Like we could just like, get sperm from the sperm bank, or we can like, to do genetic manipulation. Like this is things. And then every time they ask a dude, do we need women? And every guy's response I've ever seen on these videos is always like, yeah, of course, yeah, man. And then the guy will be like, yeah, why do we need women? Like, because they're awesome, man. Like some of them will be like tits, and like like no, they're lovely and they're so fun to have around. Like the guys say nothing but great, nice things about women. None of the women say anything nice. And it's just a continuation here. I do not understand why.
I think in that
continues.
context, well, in that context, they're on the defensive. You're talking about it like in the bar scene, which is where those videos are shot, and men are inherently the hunters, and the women are on defense. They're playing defense, so that they're fully in the mindset of.
Depends which women.
even the ones who are wanting stuff,
Focus.
they're still playing. They still got the guard up in some way. They got the drawbridge. They're ready to cut it down. They're ready to cut the string to let the drawbridge down. But they still built the draw. They still
Some
built the
women don't
bridge.
have a drawbridge. Let me tell you, there's some out there that it's just a tunnel, and any train can come on in. It depends who you're talking about.
Well,
but-
maybe at 4 a.m.
dude, I'm telling you, you need to watch some more of these videos. I've watched some of these; they're crazy.
I don't think I need to watch.
But
more of
here's
these
the other thing: when
videos.
you go out to bars, Joe, and you see like these people are already intoxicated. When you're intoxicated, you just say whatever you're thinking in the moment,
Yeah.
which is typically the truth. It's a truth serum, alcohol, to a degree.
Mm,
But
Like
they're also
so,
yeah,
they're also
what
just
they're
putting
feeling in the
on
moment.
The people that give the most ridiculous responses,
But-
like they ask a million people and they take
They
the
choose
top
the ones
10
that are the
and put
most
them up,
ridiculous,
right?
yeah.
Like,
true.
And but in that moment, the women are there with their female friends, and they're particularly
that's the other thing,
earlier in the night, and they're out and they're playing defense, and they're having fun with each other. And yeah, no, we don't need men. We got to.
what kind of defense are they playing? Zone or man to man?
It would not be man to man.
Woman to woman.
It's woman to woman. Yes.